akwa bashonko emfambra super atija nyama ya se wa magime adwane de na chese niema ekoso e wa be fontentan fidie ne so no eno na maboaboa no asabre de me de e ba be somo e wo super atija make sure so be subscribe to the channel o subscribe wie nso an we mia notification bell video biara ye de betum bia no ye wo su benya notification wo phone so no wa hwe nesem so na ya asa wa me de be somo no make sure so wa agentwe bi efa ho ana o de wa agentwe no afa comment section na say e de ama me si atija comment amafo di aba mu amudi matam nyina mehu na de me ya ne se nyansa semni mbom na ye te ha na ye ka na ye expect sa amafo be fa no eno de mo fa Bawumia ni petan na gidan obi enu hanum say ya kenere Japan ekukuru sika de ama no but ye nyina ye wo Ghana hanum say e na ye bre nti ye ka no kra na munjayen na ye ka no kra Ghana love michia o me hu comment no na me nsuo de opa bia na ya asa o matena se de meye e de ama o ye pa me de mu wramu e wo me first story no OSEI KYEI MENSAH bonsu de niema bi aba abonte a chese fitibra wo moto aba ni wieye on the 4th of November ye Bawumia no kamia kwa ese Bawumia hu obi a won fa ne se ne running mate hu sensem no ha adwin ye papa ende obeti yeso OSEI KYEI MENSAH bonsu adebechi biom no obeti yeso okofa hono abukere Japan adebechi biom no se NAPO nenso no Bawumia na nkasa de ohu de onfa ne se ne running mate na sabre ya me ne mo kase OSEI MENSAH KYEI bonsu aba bonti aba betutu bi pa na asem obeka ye ne se ose obi ti se NAPO ye very arrogant ye kase obi ye arrogant ari unyi NAPO nyu bodi na unyi NAPO mfensi nchen intini se Bawumia nim na so fa NAPO as ne running mate e ma ne ye Ghana fo wa se NAPO no beba be jina as president mbom na wama wo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mbom no ba be ye vice na yensa so kura mpe obi a sebi ni ti so a sebi nyansa biare nim as running mate inti se Bawumia wo hye na we you running mate a hye ni ye na yi ni papa na ombra be ye running mate na se na menu sunti ende NAPO di America do kwa ware ye de a ende NAPO kankasa na wabom ma yenko na yenkotie sansem wemra sisia
Minister for Parliamentary Affairs wono ene dano wono move government business out the floor and sign a parliament after tie adwuma na okasem bi no NPP running mate no and no related what you say what you to so okay eti or the to so we are na ya kind the amawo o the for full way say the to so na eyi me de no free so ti mama OSEI KYEI MENSAH bonsu de no was it Dr. Bawumia doesn't need a hot-headed and arrogant person as running mate and to kwa asini nya sam ketwa na tie mama fela menya fela na time ntini matra fela ne so ade be chia me ko weekend bra na de na to before OSEI KYEI MENSAH bonsu ba be ka sasem we say no when him say the energy minister Dr. Matopoku Prempe Manchia South ono yem rahye bedwani one now say onko biem as member of parliament 2 and chair less than a month nie and you say Dr. Matopoku Prempe wakwa your baby ho ade enti all this one no na ye nim say papa no wo niyire pictures no epie ba bontis ada yere na dinkomo se running mate de be ma no ana na yese papa no efrahimfie etifie fo so epushi se famina nan no ni wachi boy no ansis ampopa ampaboa ho kakra what you say na tie ade na ya tene ade na ya tene enro asoso papa yo ka se ne papa se obi bobra na se obi antimi anhwe wani mu anka no kra nkire wa Mustafa Hamid no Mustafa Hamid say on NAPO ne adwuma oh okay enti ne boss no Mustafa Hamid bake ayi candidature say ono no be that running mate no and the boss no MPA at the petroleum ayi authority wo no hye na se etino onim na oje fia ade no ebetene na on yetie nie that group na woma capture NPP no nimom dada nya fe no bom din woma transia hunu se Dr. Matuopoku Prempeh ewom se ye boy no tiemiye pa ewom se ye boy eno no but oma sa dwenade no humienu when Mr. Peter Mewu was the first Lands and Natural Resources Minister under President Akufo-Addo and son of the Energy Ministry on Enti Amewu became the establishment NPP, but it got to a point when we need one second term besides Dentina Amewu ye free energy I didn't call railway no we say train crowd Amewu for be macrom and for be macrom and Peter Amewu and the establishment one more tiado and so den now near tie one more trans young say Matuopoku Prempeh where homa so I know to say Chairman Sabos Bekanti interview because 7 said the NPP doesn't need a hot-headed and arrogant person as a running mate or as running mate. I mean, can sir. Now, what we say? Woman name na say sa slot no ekodima Matuopoku Prempeh hono mo a ebia no wan for buan kwan command the president no or first candidate ma me kan sir. We are sure ya yebehunu na the vice presidential candidate atam flag bearer and not to the con. Ebio Omatrasia consider the age of the president. Tienipa. Omatrasia consider the age of the president. Sir, President Akufo-Addo nyame atomo 29th March 2024 no wanya 80 years. Extra time in obo bibia betimi asi. Enti Akufo-Addo ni ho a Gabia Sarachi Dako Bumptinum and a squadra, one can establishment in ono, on betime control Matuopoku Prempeh na. What said Omodikono? Etene, Aquacrad ni one more. Matuopoku Prempeh being the vice presidential candidate, And he almost saying a second thought about some moving on person moyeno. But Omasan limit to Ashanti region. Omasan limit to Ashanti region. Ashanti region come on air kwaso. And come on the kwaso din enya sem ketwa. And to say Chairman Sabosu can some way ya but for say Chairman Sabosu den. Or yimi frim. Ha. Me hon shada ge biasa. Yimi frim. Never say Chairman Sadian fatuo. No bia hwenanim. Na someone kind of da hono no. Enti say one more bana make can sembi say ya. I na free. Enti komo kwaso na tie. Jamana me Cecilia Branda pa unim sana ndi kan list na ho. Sa sika na guma me ni fie no. Mo bi sabo sa sika djuma be na kwakodi. Jenim sa sem no court de but so far Gentimi chira pote sa sika the office of the special prosecutor dom sa kwato so no sa sika no ma me ne sweat anani nua aye papa ne friend say kwakunatwi me na minim I say ne nickname di kwakunatwi so maro fi papa but kwakunatwi no wuye no mo fa nche me but me nim papa ne di ni nua na yesigo wuye sika ne dia no court na timi a kire djuma de pote ne nua ne ya wonya sa sika na so no krese na running mate sikana ne ya park gu sadam wana question me bisa asemisa me bisa say so no krese some man bi na di asem ehye ne makutu pase ma me nanim ngu ase ana me man na running mate no bibisa omanim ngu ase ana questions na me bisa na wi no mamina suppose the manager say abranda party o me na den edna to nchen no ne tie ne aya e fa abana frame pare wo ho the chief of staff unum so akotwa nwom chief of staff makwa akotwa nwom running mate nwom Some Masubamu, ye. Ama no so dane to kwa giti. Now, Ofremo pare ofri Ashanti region. Ofi achim. And I'm checking mommy. Fremo pare mo checking the mommy. Hey, fan of Fremo pare free. I know so ba. And the communications minister. Eslosu. But Eslosu the Ndietienie. Womo contracted some firm be say. Womo enkwa bontin said the yana musa dan kwaye no. Now personality of friend Eslosu. Send a Ghana force for who no. And womo say mammy arrogant. Na kwanya womo fa so duntum radio stations. Ni jina o jina defend the adhere to the latter no. Ni hu ahi pa. Eti eno so kan bie ama ono so de no ekonko ho. Ono so nya running mate no bedi. Adan ya Professor Nana Jeropo Kwajima bie kwam. NDC for set record since 1992. Edu Obaba be running mate. Etene NPP man so pre. Sir Professor Nana Jeropo Kwajima asset pace no NDC mu dia. Womo so e qualify say so form running mate. Eti NAPO enya stiff opposition I want the running mate to pursue the mo. Come on, could be a no demon ehu. Ha, some command they are not thing. Yeah, some command are not thing. What's the why?
I'm on the classmate.
Classmate, man.
That's how we are so for me. Classmate here.
On come on. Eti MPP na 2 no no. Emunyo sa. Memory am kwa yo baby before Alan be declare no. Ena me ankasa me kokote baby ena me kohwan komobi no mu jera ni meza. Me pia e wose ne ya na me fa me ho di kodipam. Eti eno so antenkoda me nya na asede but me nam ho hunu me se me nam rekro. Eti eno no antenkoda. Eti now
to a breakdown kakra a year runs for the editor Jamia who near my cost MPP mo emo she pa at the former running mate mo sense seminal we see we are arrogant we so brave and once because you said the cost be no a achim for no per se a quaquay do or money in government dear bet over no normal share APP a year or more powers and as or more ya to about mono or money chromo de omo so mo po beer with my brain once or mo po beer unya man power no mana beti sana isi Ransford eka amiati de konasi pa chese aye between chairman samusu ene NAPO ene some people from the Ashanti region ye ni momudin bet is alleged Crampo says Sicilada Pampo ye de eka ho enyasem keto after that no yes po adumochi I started some wo ashansi keka nema bi boma pa na esi MPP for abona ofa NAPO no ofa aduchum moniama in government no the compare professional na Opokwajima ni ma adwen attach die but Ransford eba be expose po adumochi pa kam ho ni nkotie nsem okafa po adumochi ho enu niema isisi akoso MPP ma ebia ni ente ho asa
running mate dia no ena omgusu a omudi nkomon atie Paul Adumochi started adwuma bi somewhere last week na me monitor Paul one day meties ni kon ho ha wo sheda kofa aduchum the current education minister ana kofa Matupoku Prempe ana on compare those two ministers in records na ofa no the Professor Jena no Pokwajima den akotare ho na wa run it down Professor Nanajiman adwuma no mahihya man so onye enye journalism papa no yo honom no tie wo mahihya adwuma de amane say they should run Professor Nanajiman Pokwajima down it your Professor Jenando Pokwajima as former education minister no ababa me fa Matupoku Prempe as former education minister now I share track records but record papa bi ani wa you find saying Matupoku Prempe as education minister under the watch and change kai column no ever seen ne and credit textbooks it doesn't make sense one per more one minute sa community day school anka eba na ebe easy pressure on government Professor Nana sa John Mahama e-blocks no and Professor Nana as education minister and I'm introduce you Sadia no eti ukọ brochira metianom mo na mo ti Europe na mo ti America oba eda boarding house a America ban na fa ne ho kana so oba da boarding house a UK ban na fa ne ho kan nyina na education bet be free or some part of the world but ebia enye boarding and they have the most expensive education yet yanum as a country ye bobe si ansane dia so esika so didi afibia etie budget bia run deficit every year. So why should we practice the most expensive secondary education? Eti Professor Jenna no poko jmane John Mahama nyansemu no ena mu say my day secondary schools ni do so a ye be provide buses memeti yi ye ka enkwara school fees etua enkwara toto fefe wa enru upper primary more than 3,000 4,000 and above. But secondary education yeah, tell my yenda boarding house kwa nendru 50 Ghana. Ensen kwa. Eti ya pe adwene de dwene. Na yede solve problems a. Matuopoku prempe ene the current minister no. Wontimi fa Professor Nana. Sa kofo mi no kotutu Professor Nana ho. Eti otita polado mo kire ti good evening Ghana. Na se oyesa adwuma na adwuma na mo hihia ma prof. But pa awrenfo oje kakra oha no waje kakra oha no wakan bom oye ne saso a mamu bumfu because a government appointee enti the NPP womo so jumadi omudie no omranimate issues no ene ho aba no eti na chese eno NDC de de min kom bebresa se bibiansi ye what is a man for a publication man for ye ni nyina no we know where ade free ba the sole decision of the presidential candidate. Not what consult in penny for anybody, sir. Our party nim. Any young lobby idea so I will nipom, sir. So the cock catch on him and say lobby mamma. No, it doesn't work like that. What you say? At the NDC running mate here. As we speak, the information available to me no shame society. Bibia sesa me meka kire mo onso mom collections a me betena hanom ye kan ye betimi asinasi am for pre which I am right obia qualified so be run limit obia qualify obia omo a omudi aba ni nyina no they are competent men almost betima partner John Mahama they are competent men betima partner John Mahama but as we speak bibia sesa I be say dadana obana bibian sesai etu se benefsin ye publication bi na nkrofobia twaba bi na afo bi se wonko hanko kekansem bi a wo dada na mun discuss the 24-hour economy no and the focus no manufacturing ye per import substitution wo Ghana hanom anu e boboa yen ama ye economy na I import driven no atimi eswatie eti eno ene yehwe se ebetimi aden asie nti yanko yanim na yenisa enkomo wensen okay eti na chese eno so eno no ti so far bibian see so far no bibian shedan see eti na
see panti NPP aban no eden ena wo moje because me besa metia sie ye papa minim de NPP aban no omo hwehwe wo wiase na mo running mate ba ko pa mo pe no eno na nseme hyaase bobo ba to the extent say wo say KYEI MENSAH bonsu ikura no wudi aba ba pie mu bi say wo ka wona ye hwe say bia Bawumia be hu mobo no be elect as the running mate na wo tumi ba bonte be ka sansem we de fa na pon de na so say KYEI MENSAH bonsu wan kasa yi na chese wo be pie mu Asante region hanum say ikura na NPP MPs na wo hanangasa na mu nya united because them we are united and their mom pam say yempe na podi yempe and obia no wunishe but for you to go to the extreme and then use the word say you don't need any pot-headed or say KYEI MENSAH bonus where the one kasa ye kra you didn't talk well say mom pa and the mu jama Bawumia ono no kwa na akon eno nim nipa da seni obeboa no nti endo otu de ni no hye no se bia wo se KYEI MENSAH bonsu no pa obi betimi aba be kan sama wo kafa na pohu na na. Nobody is going to do that. Nobody is going to do that. It is a one in support of it. I thought say mo aso na mo se mo pay mo running mate the free Ashanti region no. And uncle for educhum. Education minister. Uncle for education minister na me say education sector no create saying. Your education sector net saying. And now better na say na kan na ya no for a comment section na so ba be me hu mo kra there mo back kakra na yas me nyanti mo case no kra no eno ne beba better na ha kan mo pa mo nkase na ye mpese Bawumia beba power na Bawumia na mu ne den no ye de amaga na fa ye ma ne bra power Bawumia na mu ne den e no ye de amaga no den no ye de aboa ga na ye ma ne bra power akokada minti a say na yi oba brochi Ghana card na oba brochi Ghana card no metna ha no me ka bibi se me se Ghana card no yade e betumi aboa ye daache ne running mate mpo na ato ne ne adwendwen yo na ye be kukuro man Ghana nyina ade ahye ne nsa ne running mate NPP running mate ba ko po mo pe ende cheka o chena say adechi say adechi aden running mate keke nimponi. And yes, I be a Ghana for better by the amount pass a brother president today. And Paye Bejo Krumha. I will still say it, Mr. Bawumia is incompetent. Mofa comments in Branaya say I'm ready for everybody. Bawumia is incompetent. Na NPP party no, Mr. Honorable Kennedy Japan Beka said you people are not united, and it is true. It is the truth. You are calling your colleague pot-headed. Not just on your sebi nyansa biye ni nitrim. Na mo nyansa ni nitrim no, ena mo ma ni post no. Obi a nyansa biya ni nitrim no, ena mo ma ni post no. No wonder say ye energy sector na pro. Someone who is pot-headed, na mo piani mom di amaye. So no na me hwe ye kan yansam so. Ni edum light aye shede ma yesu oh ECG4. Ti say you do light I see a boy NPP for the yanka ECG4 biom. Because if the person is spotted and nyansa bia ni nitirima, then why do you people make him an energy minister? Ye kan so ya no for so mo ma yenka. Ebusia ma me fam come next story mu. Abrante na ye Fred Zito no and wasan so ababonten den sembi aba na me feeling analysis no style bia. O kire say Bawumia wo hwei o ma piepie obi e de amano. Say fa nipa ni bom no enye ne running mate na so Bawumia ne sha sa nipa no mepiepia ne de amano no nani nje ho eno ti na ato Bawumia adwendwen as to say why en obey elect no as ne running mate osan so kokobo ede ma NPP fo nyina say munhwe bibi ye papa na manhwe bibi ye ya krom hanum say no de ebeba no enye bete mo say ne NDC fo no o mesifo atami kuchu a wo mo hwemo NDC for ezukro mu nyan elect o mu running mate obi a meka ahye bibia daboko na NPP de ade chi ade sani de bia ne nsem foforo mo yenko na yenko tie Zito no mu nsem emra sesia
mo nyina makwaba edeba Ambassador TV so oba na wa subscribe na wa share na waja comment nso ede amaye na bibia atimi akoso ene yasabe hyiemu biem ye ne champion Zito na yeba bedi enkomo nyame nhire obi biara a wode o message eba yakopon wo nhira mo na onye mo kese wonyimu fra adumu enko adumu ene ba bedi enkomo sesei ye nwane ntiye and according to some are ekoso ne kire se some of the MPs in Ashanti region ya de se nyema ekoso no mani enje ho concerning there was a running mate edema Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia na den akofa sansem nyina aba em say ye din komom le bi Zito e kan sansem wi na enne no yenhwe se den na ekoso ankasa Zito
Funia.
me mo akwa
Ja.
Bibi aboko.
Boko.
We de obu ni o. Em say last wo kan. I think say before I ever to aba no kra no. Na o mention edin bi ni ade. Den ekoso.
On say, de de kama minjia ya hefo no.
Yeah.
Me ma na ye ma yonkofo.
Yeah.
Edin ne de se de mu amu ne mu ho.
Yeah.
On say, edin na mebobo ye ni nyina echi ebre ba se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no mu kohia ye beto abontin se wakosere dan me ka kire wo se ebe so akobodi bi no mo mpe
one
mpemfo kohia
okay
ebe se di okobo ye no mo mpe ana se wo mo nso e ma no obi no no nso nyi wo se kire ye se opoku nyina Pentecost
no nse di ba ne namu
ono nso ndi abani ne
esere wo so ndi abani namu
esere wo so wo de wo ya dadafo ye ya se nipa bia wo no obi anama wo so ohunu nipa no se de wo sitie
okay
nipa ohunu ni suban so ne nante enye ya so wo hwa Asante Resign MPs na hoden a wo mde kokodi na chi nyina no eye sese etumi bia promise bi ode ma wo mu na me de nka me hu se amamuo no eti se mo ya asore a wo wonimu mpaye bo wo mpaye de boa osom no wo wonimu nkomhye wo hye nkom de boa osom no obi bia wo de a wo beye no wo ye de boa so mu na mu menkonko ye se ase chenchena age se wo kokodi vice nko na chenchena age se okoye sofo nko a obi beye minister wo be perform kama ama de aboa omanfo no bia wo nso beye CEO baby a do beto no e wo se wo hwe na wo ye ni yie
okay
so hu na kokoye se as a vice no nko a na vice no nko a so na me ka se e da no se me ka kiro se be o ba no ka kiro so wo boa me ma se e se nkora bi a no mo se wo mo konwa e na nsuo bi da ho e se nsuo ndi huruche no mo ko promise no se we boss me ma anwa we boss me ma anwa ba ko ba no se me ma kosuata mienu e duru so mo ba no kosuata mienu no we nya enti nsuo ne bufu me nsuo ne yiri fa ebi na ato Bawumia no promise na wode me ma wo mo no na ama so saa no enu na eja wo mo ebufu a sese obi a e ka ne nsem ade no so no na oman chechire no so no e wo se nipa bi a wo ka ne hu na hu de wo betimi aye de aboa enye se ye wo position bi wo kora ye de mawa e wo se wa wutimi di no kora ka so wo idie mintimi he ye fe ma obi a wo betimi aye but wo mo de ase wonim se ho benya sika eho wo beji dini me free vice ya hwe a metinya be ye president eye nonuma nti no mu nyina eye sa ohu but ade no so no se wo hwe se de Ghana no aduro no a amanwefo nde ya pa wo mu gidie
okay
o se ya pa wo mu gidie enti na me se moma always bia no ma ye hwe obi asem obeka ho ne yefɛ nkoto aba ye hwe de wodi kan aye ne yefɛ ntoto de all ka no ho
okay
yes wo hwe a ase entro ye kodaada wo mu ye gitumi ni wi a ne afa asem foforo aka enum ne ade enu a na sese ekoso na se nkenya sa ade anka Ghana pa nkenya ye so ene ye tibia kura ni
okay
nkenya ye so ne ye tibia ni ne ma ye nya no man ni mu no ye ne ma esombo pa but chese wo hwe a tumidie no a na omu nyina ape tumi no so obedi tumi no a me aka so ye MP so obedi tumi na me aka so ye assemblyman eno an se tumi se wo ye ebusua panyin tumi so ye president tumi so ye minister eno a na kire se wo mo de bo mo ho safo ni but enya sa na wo se ba se wakwa sire kofo se mo nto aba mame wo ko ne kwan ne ye wa ko wo ye bebo modena se beba be ye kwan efie na nso ye no aba ne kwan ne ye tese man so efie na nso ye ne kwan watimi ase ye nya kokuduro ase ya ba se mo santo aba mame na saa nipa ya ye bobo wo mudin se na Dr. Bawumia peso wo vice wo mo bi kura ko mpeso ya so ana ye tutu nsuo bro mo bi no wa wo constituency for kura no say o san ko stand ya hwe ya wo be lose therefore yem fa the whole Ghana e ba me show sa I mean eno na ya na ase chese o transisi a wo hu se wo mo dwene wo mo nko aho if you say nipa kura no se wo di dwumadie bi a edrubre bi a wo hu se amanfo ehu se wa ya de pa no je ya kotena baabi
tena be amanfo no baabi
ye de wo toto wo mu aka but ye de obetena mu age anim guase obetena mu am ya huro no obetena mu am ya toto nsu ya boro no ansa na obefiri mu awa firim esu tumi na wo kwa kosire wo nipa no eye tumi a wo kwa akogye nhihye bi da ho ehihye bi da ho na mekura no se nka menya de a ana se wo ya udi president ya ekire wo ntimi sa me device
So when you do o term na so nya
say obi ye vice ya 2 terms with me be president.
Yeah.
No obi so ye president in 2 terms ya. What do you mean vice? Sir.
And then ka be kele na isisi.
Oh, sanka yi nka Bawumia nso nyi na ado so vice.
Bawumia sesɛn.
Sɛ wontie sɛ Bawumia kɔ vice imprim 2 terms. Wono no mra na nkyekere no so obekɔ akɔre yɛ president. Meboa. Eti sɛ nka mra so nkyekere na ado so obeba be yɛ vice ya. Ka Bawumia nso nyi wono nso ne vice na running mate ya.
Adintia.
O se
Adintia.
Na so to obeba Bawumia sa abre ya iwo mu yɛ te sɛ de wato aba ma na ado. Because enya de wo mbegya no sɛ wonye de wo pɛ. Enya de wo mbegya nte ne wo me vice ne preko.
Okay.
Oh, na oman no ayeti mu sesei no. Kojo. Se wo fra buruchirefo no bia na buruchirefo no bi frewa. Edna sa buruchirefo be 4 no omne mkasa bra. Wasma wo kan de enye se bia nke yetete heye ntimi meye bibi o. Na tax ne niema bia so de niema fra buruchire ba wa tete a wo be famu nom ne ade.
Yeah.
Aburuchirefo sisi woma de so pa tax afa na tax no kroma san de bi be ka ho etu bi say Dr. Bawumia ka say from taxation to production say one industrialization say one no kae no afa de na sesan wono awase aba say santo aba ma no
yeah
ena MP for no so nyina wadada wo mu bia wo mu mkokoye donkey work wo mu mkokoye dirty work wo mu mkokoye ye nyina na sese wo yi afa wo machi mo so nyim ni pai se so ne nam no se hwefom no ahwe soro mo brobobo o ka se hwesoro so no ahwe fom bia na amna da ho because ye taxi momufo ye taxi na ya no mo say ye ma no kwan ma ne me ye adwuma we di wo kan
ye so advice ni ama ne kwan ma na nya adwuma
e de na na si ni kwan so be ka no resign
o se bia no wo twen se why vice dia 8 years dia say ya
David se nko resign dia na wo twen ma de ni sei na wo sa ka se yemfa ma wo nya dia enu no obi a se nka wunim se ubetimi aya nka wo boa no ma ne ye it is and nko resign yes me de bia ya meka no se president Kufuor he Robinson time no eye me
o man
local government and rural development that have graduate na local government Kufuor resign Mike Gizobi or resign o mo ma resign dey se bibiri o we na se dey se wo ye ne ma anya no resign
but I didn't know how I say those in Ashanti region air complaining e bi so ka say NPP in the stronghold any Ashanti region so I was saying by all means you know say you know Dr. Bawumia ni lead there then the running mate should come from Ashanti region na abebuama
Ashanti region kro be ye say dey am ka tro say me so because we bit is a Volta region Greater Accra Central region in the what are you see wo so to aba
okay
to aba Greater Accra dane swing regions e wo Ghana Greater Accra ka ho Womne Western Central. MPP for ye running mate and say presidential candidate couldn't free home put no be president. Ye be free home. Oh, it is something for now woman complain as what. E je mo asante foi asante MPs na mo say ye president be free esire da na vice nkwan ye de mom. Now then woman ka say running mate so ye be free Volta Central Greater Accra any Western. Aden woman akura woman nya kokoduro nka na ndie woman beje vice. Woman pe running mate. That is how our politicians name. So oba e wono so dia eye pa e ko obi so dia enye e wono so dia ene perfect
okay
adekoro na ko obi so a no ahya ase ye to ho enti e was ene ma timi sesa
enti to woda so gina so se de enti a ma Bawumia kwaje date kakra e kan ho ne se ebia confusion bi na ekoso ono no present obi na omompre na bia anazo mu di obi ma no e no no so mpenti na ambassador na ba
ambassador we hwe say me no mienu ye wona ye hia a grant interview me boa
yeah
okay wa friend Zito e kina ye be interview bisi you ano papa utu kaya hu ba beduru ha ana me kura me say won timi nka ofre me am se me kofu Adentin man kan kire wonura say eneme kwafuo de me mpesa me kire ne say yesi fa running mate bra wonsu nyan enye ɛno nso ɔbɛka kyerɛ m so moma me na kakra ne wei deɛ wo saa adagye ma obiara firi baabi a wɔwɔ biara ba bɛduru wie no wakɔ akɔka sɛ moma me na ɛno nti na me se saa ɛno no deɛ megye di sɛ ɛnyɛ no a na mmom akɔyɛ sɛ politician ɔmoyɛ politics ɔpɛ asɛm bi aka sɛ akyerɛ yɛ leaki sɛ yɛ sɛ ɔkɔbɔ wo poku nyina din ɛne wɔm nso sɛ wɔm mpene na Nana-Addo bɔɔ ɔno ne din na partyfoɔ nso wɔm mpene no sɛ Nana-Addo tumi convince wɔm ɛma atoanse na ɔmoyɛ party card na adɛn no nso deɛ ɔntumi convince wɔm nkyerɛ ade koro nti a wɔde poku nyina na ɛba a afei wɔm ɛsan atu ahyɛ da ɔmo deɛ pɛ sɛ mkyerɛ no ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ wɔne ne ho
so sɛ wei no deɛ a ne kyɛ sɛ akɔ sɛ some of the MPs a ɔmo gyina mu na ɔmo yɛ campaign ɛde ma Dr. Bawumia no na ɛno no nkyerɛ sɛ ebia ɔmo ahunu nipa bi wɔ ne mu anaasɛ ɔmo ahunu sɛ ebi obetumi abɛbɔ
tumi no a wɔn kɔ akɔpɛ no a tumi a na wɔn kɔ akɔpɛ ntira na Dr. Bawumia deɛ ne nsɛm a waka no wɔ kurom ha ɛne campaign time a na wɔn ne na mu kura na wɔhwɛ na ɛyɛ deɛ na kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wɔkɔ campaign ma no sɛ ɛyɛ vice no na no na me obi antimi atranse anka sɛ nti papa yi waka kyerɛ me nti wɔn kan kyerɛ obi nso na nka ɔso wɔn na atimi nya adwene bi saa
ti no bɛ pɛ so kipi ne deɛ sɛ na bɛyɛ a idran ya di amanos cool line
sɛ ɛne wɔn ne mu kipu ya no na sɛ apa ahyehye mo no sɛ apa ahyehye wo
apa ahyehye mo sɛ
na nipa bɛyɛ sɛ 12 sɛ yɛ a wɔn san la yɛ a yɛbɛyi baako pɛ 11 aka nyina so wɔn bɔbɛfu
ɛno so deɛ bufu bɛba
sɛ wo promise no deɛ yɛ different no what promise no ama ibi kura mpo a wo campaign no because of that no constituency ono a wo de sika ni bi akɔbɔ afɔde a ama ɔma to ama wo wi a na afei wo yi afa na chi a hwɛ ekina bi wɔkɔto so obi kana so obɛka sɛ mu nim akɔwa wi mu de mu nim me mu de mu nim papa wi enti no saa ne yɛ frɛ no ɔnɔkwa adeɛ bi a nipa bi anim sɛ wotaayɛ ɔn sɛ ebi a yɛbɛhu a dede bi wɔ hɔ no a yɛmmra na wɔne ayere hɔ dede bi wɔ hɔ a yɛmmra na wɔne ayere hɔ asɛm a yɛwɔ ka nso a wɔde anyɛ dɛ so afei obi bɛba hɔ a ɔbɔ bɛbisa sɛ deɛ asɛm sɛ a ne ɔno ɔkwan no waka no ho
afei ababɛyɛ wusu
na ababɛyɛ wusu so nti yɛte sɛ ntoro bi a wɔ baabi a sɛ a ɔno kwan no yɛte sɛ ogyina baabi a ɔno kwan no nti ɔno kwan ɛnyɛ din papa sɛ Bawumia wɔyɛ agye saa din nafa ɔno kwan deɛ ɔde ayɛ MPs no
but ɛba ne sɛ ya yɛwɔ some MPs bi a ɔnso ɔmu din wɔkora deɛ ɔbubɔ saa din no wohwɛ ebi a OSEI KYEI MENSAH bonsu wohwɛ ebi a NAPO wohwɛ OSEI KYEI wohwɛ Deputy Finance Minister John Kuma ɛne saa mefa sɛ MPs 9 say na like you so eyi wo manim elidi the campaign no edema yewura eye Dr. Bawumia se ekoba ni sei na se nipa na we nyina no anko a esusu sanso de ma NPP 2024 election ne sei
se na ba sa de a de akwa ya ne se be kokko ye adwuma ma akatua a wo so de be ma me na ama
wa fa ma
adwuma no nso ye nyanya enwie ke mi enkoe ya no aso be ka kyerɛ sɛ me yale because adwuma ade na omu nyina gye om di kyiri agi mu ni nyina kyerɛ sɛ wo pɛ vice no ama eti nipa bi a wo bɛgye ne vice no an sɛ ne mu nkɔyɛ me hwɛ ɛna me ka sɛ blast that tea abedi pele time wo mu ya om se a so ɔno wo se eti ne ɔmɔ mo ma gya abɔ so eti wo bi no be gya abɔ ne so why wo be you vice bi o mo be gya abɔ so
what Dr. Bawumia ebe you vice
o adwuma no mo be gya abɔ so so na wo kwa akɔdu vice
sale yen omo activeness a
debi said you do omo team no because obi okra the constituency because of vice ni ti wakoka se wo nko biem ama ato nipa bitirim ama nipa ni nyina ayo ma dwe so mko ye adwuma ma obi na vice no amanya MP no so ama nkodi ma dia wo so le ase no ada uba na men minister no age wa men minister buruchire ba bia no apa
akọ zai pa nefa se bia vice no enya ni MP abono e bia ni kita ho die be with e bia
nipa bi
so ti se bia Kennedy ni other aspirants no any ala
so wo montam akosai nti no your friend 3 in 1 in position ni nyina apa
Abusiyazito ereyetele na ntutie kasa yebu adache se Bawumia brada oye ne campaign sebi ohihya amafu bi bo so na owini a obeba be mo maba be ne running mate ni ade nti na saa bre ya me ne mo kasa yi atu Bawumia den so obetumi elect ni pa ba kon as ne running mate nke adwuma we die anka hyeda anya adwuma bia e kire so saa ba se wakwa akohihye bo na se wentumi andi saa bo hye no so a wo ba ne yetere yesa wo ya ne ono kwa ene bazito de me ya dan style bia busia nanu ada eye memende ya etwemu yi ena Rebecca Ekufu-Addo ya first lady nana adodanko Ekufu-Addo ni chocho muchu ne yere pa okwaje award ewo UPS ebra no mo ye omo 15th congregation omo man doctorate degrees ena ndi eja ye tebri mu ena ye de mama mi na we na mama ba be ka se oh odo bibia se and ye Ghana fo nyina woda mu nyina se no wie no kire so sabre die onye vice president onye first lady nkoa na mom no ohu ade enso huhum mu nyankopon ama ehu ade adom na chese wo hoi da chu benye ska ohu no aka kire wo say die nyankopon wadan ne die akire no ye first lady a we hu ne say nyankopon wasiesu oba shunku bi a enche saa oba no enso eba be the president ewo man Ghana na the word so used to ye ne so say she dreamt that one day a very beautiful lady like HANAWEB Otiminchei will become president of Ghana na minim da sese na adodanko Ekufu-Addo ne yere ne chocho mucho ohu ade moma yenko ne kote onenum nsememra sisia.
I also have a dream. I dream that one day there will be a woman president in Ghana. And the title Madam President will be said as easily as Mr. President. We hope this honor and our humble contribution to our nation will inspire girls to aspire to the very top. With humility and gratitude, I thank the Chancellor, Dr. Kofi Konadu-Sapong, Chairman and members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, management and members of Convocation of the University of Professional Studies for our honorary doctorate degree.
Prophetess Rebecca Ekufu-Addo ne nkomhye ene yekotie ebaye na sabre yam ne mukase die ye sho oba ne ni abiri gidigidi pa se obeba be di president ane na ye Ekuadonko ntine me de minsusu yemu no ebia na Ekuadonko ene nyankopon wedan na di ede che Rebecca Ekufu-Addo ti Ghana fo nyina mesrem 2024 ye Ekuadonko ye mama Ekuadonko be kwa akofa forms na eja ono so ba be pre sene Rebecca Ekufu-Addo akenkuaa de na chese wo se Ghana fo nyina ye baako na yetumi eto edema Ekuadonko no ono so ba no befa Ghana ekosi promise na ne sanse Ghana me se ye bre ende mi nja ka mekoso aka ye bre ye papa sabre ya nkomhye ya benku ade me amegina he me ni party bi entino de aye ndie me de me ho kwa akojoin ye Ekuadonko se ebe ya 2024 obetumi aba be wini election no na yeti kroyi mu na NPP for tebrim letter tetenten eba abonti a wo mo kire se kuo bia no urem a wo mo rules and wo mo regulation na nipa bia wo NPP party ni mu no omo ebu samra ne so to omo ebu samra ne so de na chese ya pam omo e de free NPP party ni mu meje de se meke wo hu nkrofo kra meka hobs na do ye bibiara wo bia no mechi asabri na nipa ba ko a ono so ne din ebe pie mu ewo mu Alhaji Boniface na afiti bras ansem ne bai hopes na do ye de interviews de wa granti bi ye papa ne so ho Boniface de onka bibia na sabre ya me ne mo kase de Boniface din sem ya ba beto abonten se ono ne ni agi ye papa se MPP for pamini ne free party ni mu na NPP for pam o mo pami ono Boniface free party ma de ba ko ye ne de ne se o man pamini ne se wedi boni bi o man pan ne se adwuma o mo de share ne nsa so onye no wantumi anye na mbom ne pam a NPP for epame ni free party ni mu is because okotai Alan Kojo chairman tinyeti na ohyepa se mode Alan eba na mode Bawumia so pan eba no onim se Bawumia nya de obetimi aba bebo oman Ghana Bawumia ye vice president kra ne yehu ne benkum hu ni nifa na mo sade na eba as president de onu de nya de ofo aso kra nti pama NPP aban no epame enya ne yakra na mom no se wakwa join Alan de owogidie wo mu se Alan Kojo chairman tin ebetumi ewini eye 2024 election na onu de ahoodin biara odi be hyemadwuma biara wo so oye pa de bo eye Alan Kojo chairman tin de obebo ne homodei na waye se adwuma no e de aboa no se be ya Alan Kojo chairman tin ebetumi ewini 2024 election na se NPP for maadwen yam se mapam wo mo de free party ni munti no ade papa bi antumi free wo maka chemba ni NPP for kra de mo boa na ebe a honorable Kennedy Japan ka say NPP aban ni de they are not united and they yenteti amanfo nenti wo mo ye ade ye papa no on de ogitum ye no kre na ebe shocky NPP for semuti hono ma na first ever history made na independent candidate mbom etumi ababedi eye Ghana obetumi ababe president ababedi Ghana so na se NPP aban no se man hwe bibi ye na man tumi a strategize mo niema ebe shocky mo de montena hono na monye na Alan Alan bada be na Ghana na ye wom no e da say NDC ana say NPP nti NPP abawecha 8 years kone de na che say Alan Mahama o free NDC na eba montena hono na monhwe na moti hono ma mu be wan say Alan Kojo chairman team 2024 election EC declare na che say waboni din na yabo nsemama no ne de afena no ashenisem kame akoye se ye prophet bi oba ha ne nkomhye ya abemu timoma ye ntame kutu na NPP ne NDC de be shocky o mo style bi mame fa mu nkopie mo ye Parliament House LGBTQ hun sensem sha ase se eba yende ye ho na speaker be share ye bo se o Ghana fo me domododo ayeswa se 2023 nko na wie ye de na mi speaker metumi ama obie hu se LGBTQ law no eda se ye beji atumu ana se ye njentum na ababa wa na ne ho bon sansem obi kura akoka so no kura practice a eno so be ye bubuja e wo social media ne behu nipa kwa meka na asem oslo wusu semure fia mame fam nkomechi ebre oslo wusu be ka se ono ni de obi hye ni de ma oye de ono oslo wusu emfa no ho ntende we LGBTQ ni na de obi hye dem na sebi onyonko ba de ne sabe wo bebi na onyonko be ma be bi wo bebi pa na sebi obebo we friechi a ono de emfa no ho mama yenko na me kai mo sansem na okan ye na de nde abaso no me fe no sonsom mo.
Minister for Communication. Honorable, we have the floor now.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, a few years ago, the Parliamentarians for Global Action, a parliamentary NGO of which Ghana plays a very active part, came to hold its meetings in Accra. And in the course of their deliberations, this issue of decriminalizing Act 20, Section 99 of Act 29, unnatural carnal knowledge and the impact on the LGBTQ community came up. And I indicated to them, because I was the country director for Ghana on the LGBTQ, on the PGA at the time, that there is no way any member of this House would ever stand publicly in support of decriminalizing Section 99 of Act 29, unnatural carnal knowledge, of doing anything to promote the activities of the LGBTQ community. However, what we can do is to ensure that the human rights of every Ghanaian citizen are protected in line with our constitution, and that nobody is discriminated against because of their beliefs or sexual orientation. Mr. Speaker, as members of this House, as has been indicated, all of us are in favor and have sworn to protect the values that makes us uniquely Ghanaian, and that includes our cultural and social values. In every community in this country, we know of somebody who is a homosexual, and that is why every community in this country, we know of somebody who is a homosexual, and that is why our language has a description for that practice. There is nowhere.
Honorable members, let's be tolerant. Please, let's listen to her. I mean, you get.
If our language has a description for a practice, it means it exists, unless you want to dispute that fact. However, I am not interested in what anybody does in the privacy of their own home, in what any sexual activity anybody indulges in the privacy of their own home, homosexual or heterosexual. It is incumbent on us as members of Parliament to craft a piece of legislation that protects the fundamental human rights of all Ghanaians, regardless of whatever beliefs they may have. We swore as members of Parliament. Now, if you listen to me, maybe you will see where I'm coming from. Relax. Because you have an assumption which is wrong.
Honorable members,
let's listen.
Honorable members, the murmuring will not solve the problem. Please, let's be tolerant.
It is
you get opportunity to
us.
also do your contribution, please. Yes, Honorable, let's hear you.
It is incumbent on us as members of Parliament to craft a piece of legislation that is not in conflict with our Constitution or existing legislation. And so I commend the committee for the extensive work that they have done to clean up the bill that was presented to us and to come up with the amendments that they have proposed. And if the sponsors of the committee will bear us out, we took active interest in the work at the committee stage because of our interest in crafting a piece of legislation which respects the Constitution and the laws of Ghana.
Oslo wusu ene yekotie ne ba ya na chese o kire se nipa bia ni mobi a oye homosexual na sa ne nsem we ye o kan ye na hono abu muntala anye ne da sambre no ono so ba wonten be ka se o hwese ne osla owusu kasa ne dia na chese ono so practice LGBTQ wa me se sa da na parliament out ebe ye de osla owusu si onti asesa dentina Honorable Muntala akasa asem ne de akere no ema speaker cry eche Honorable Muntala say anka ompa oslo wusu chewo si onu de sa asem no wanka na de na opa akere no eno ene yenko ne yenko tiembra sisia.
Honorable Ademba, Speaker, yes. You are minded to Speaker focus on the debate. I don't want
Speaker, I'm guided. I've always been focused, Mr. Speaker, but the impression must not be created that the bill was watered down. Mr. Speaker, what the other debaters on this matter fail to address is the issue that it is not mainly about the sexual lifestyles of a man and a woman, or a man and a man and a woman and a woman. Mr. Speaker, as sponsors of the bill, Mr. Speaker, that's a hard scan, you know, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable member for Temale Central, please kindly withdraw that statement. Honorable member for Temale Central, please. We are telling all of us together. Please withdraw that statement. No, I overheard you. Honorable Motala, I overheard you. Please just withdraw the statement. Motala. Honorable Motala. Honorable Motala, you are my friend. Please do me that honest. Honorable Motala.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
If the hazard comes and whatever statement you think I said is in it.
Honorable Motala, I heard it myself. That is why I am.
Mr. Speaker, at the time you think I said something, this honorable member also said certain things.
What
did she say? What did she say?
Honorable Motala.
She said a man. She said that.
Honorable Motala.
She said that, Mr. Speaker.
You do your withdrawal. I know.
Withdraw what?
Honorable members, are you allowing me to control the House? Honorable Motala. Honorable Motala.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable, you just do the honors for me.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable, just do the honors for me.
Mr. Speaker, I will do what you are asking me to do.
Yes.
But as far as I'm concerned, and the last time I checked, our conduct here is guided by the Constitution and the standing orders of the House. And there is nowhere in the standing orders or the practice of this Parliament that I have seen in my young age in this Parliament that a statement that is purportedly made, not captured in the Speaker, should be a statement of the House.
Honorable member.
Mr. Speaker, now if you are asking me to withdraw any statement, I don't know which statement you are asking me to withdraw. I am only withdrawing a statement which perhaps the Speaker heard me make, and I don't know the statement you heard me make. So I am withdrawing the statement.
Honorable Motala, don't push me to that angle. I overheard you. I'm saying just withdraw for me.
Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, you cannot ask me to do something and I refuse to do it. Several statements were made by myself and my colleagues, including Honorable Estro. Which of the statements are you asking me to withdraw?
So, are you inviting me to say what is to be said? Honorable Motala, member for Temali Central, I'm saying what you said that just withdraw from me. Honorable Motala, I'm asking you, I am not going to rehearse the words you say. You know what you say. Please just... Honorable Minority Leadership, I will instruct that you urge your member to withdraw that statement.
Mr. Speaker, the statement I remember I made several statements, but the statement I remember vividly I made, I said every single member in this House must be allowed to debate on the issue, so we know the position of every single member of this house, those who are for it and those who are against it. I have made that statement. So if that is the statement you are asking me to withdraw, I humbly withdraw that statement.
Honorable member, you made a specific statement in relation to the minister. Leader, please urge your member to withdraw that statement.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Mutala is reported to have made statement.
It's Mutala, not Muntaka.
Honorable Mutala Mohammed is reported to have made a statement that is apparently unparliamentary. Mr. Speaker, listening to him, he is of the view that he never spoke through the mic. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, listening to him, Mr. Speaker, listening to him also, he has indicated that he made a number of statements not into the mic. And so therefore, Mr. Speaker,
Honorable, yes.
And so therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to urge him that since the Speaker may have heard it, whatever he said, even though he did not speak into the mic, we may have heard it. I urge him to withdraw whatever he may have said. That, unfortunately, you heard it, even though he did not speak to the mic, for him to withdraw it and get it removed. So, Speaker, I urge my colleague, the Honorable Mutala, to accordingly withdraw whatever statement in the interest of progress. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm urging him to withdraw whatever statement that he made, even though it did not go into the mic, so that we can make progress. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, every single statement I have made, I am withdrawing every single statement. But Mr. Speaker, it is fair that Honorable Esloushu, strangely, the Honorable former minister seated by her is not aware she made some statement. Also withdraw every statement she made.
If you are finished, it's okay. Honorable Minister, can you apologize for the gestures that you...
Mr. Speaker, I sat here and repeatedly heard Honorable Mutala refer to me as a practitioner of LGBT to the hearing of everyone in this house. I sat here and repeatedly heard him
Honorable Minister,
shout at the top of his voice and refer to me as a practitioner of LGBTQ. And every single last one of you is behaving as if you didn't hear it. And if in response to that I say he is mad, it is only a madman who will refer to his colleague in this house as a practitioner of LGBTQ. When you haven't seen me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable Minister.
When you haven't caught me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable
you
Minister.
Sit there and refer to me in those terms. In those terms.
Honorable Minister.
And we call ourselves honorable members of this house. When you all hear it and pretend that suddenly you've lost your sense of hearing.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, I beg of you, do me that honest, please. Honorable Minister, I beg of you, just do me that honest, please. Just do me that honest.
Speaker.
Mesini am ti he ma sra em penny for palm wa parliamentary da mo yesei Ghana yere Ghana ahya mo nsa se mo nkoda mo nkodwendwe mo kwa ya mo be fast way to me abo Ghana no and am jara you are work I've never with your mother with your really when I was mo chance was the also running nezima wine no Bawumia no in fact I grow in so papa na sanse we nyina nkoda omo pa eye mutala cho so on pacho won retracting the statement ni ade a 1 year day yeda sorry ya eye oslo so osanso ekopie mu e parliament house a wasa kwa gira honum sa e ka se o se wo hwe ye clause C3 na kire se obi a oye LGBTQ bia no sankrofo no womu yusu lubricant omu yusu sex toys any ade na ye hwe won nso na womu nye LGBTQ fo no woman so no omu yusu sa eniema no e de satisfy omu ankasa ho entine se omu be pass anti LGBTQ law ne dia and de na wo se aban no eyi sa clause tere emra na wo honom se ni kwan se obia yusu sex toy ne ade wo so omu yi e di free honom se be ya omu betimi apase anti LGBTQ law no me kote sansem no so mra sisia
Proposed amendment in 3C may create unintended consequences because sexual intercourse between a man and an inanimate object would necessarily include sexual intercourse with all manner of aids that couples use to enhance the sexual experience. And I'm not sure if that's what the intention of this bill is. It would necessarily include sex toys and other aids that couples, heterosexual couples, also use to enhance the sexual experience. So if that is what the House intends, then we have to be clear in our minds that we may be criminalizing activity which may not necessarily be limited to only those LGBTQI community that's the target of this bill is. But it may also be targeting straight couples who use sex enhancement tools to enhance their sexual experience. So we need to be mindful of what the unintended consequences of 3C could be. And I'd propose that 3C be deleted from this amendment. Thank you.
We saw Oslo Subeka na Ghana for swat to manu diegu no suye pa say Oslo so to de bia ye hwe wo kasa ye mu anache se bia na sabi die kame akoye se die muntala kan ye no kura bi ya wo mu esan se so obi hye ni dem wa na abeka se nde de obi ye wo ni dem de wo Oslo wusu no won hye ho no memfa ho na se nde obi wo ni dem na so ye LGBTQ ni na obe yusu sa sex toys ni ade a wo no wo hye ho sen pa wo expect se chinchire trans before asan ye be pass sa bill no ye yi sa clause C3 no nyema e wo honom say person cannot have sex with an inanimate object na de keka ho brofo akese wo Oslo wusu ha pa and send the Ghana for so de o man fan spend ye pa me say ensem biara beto fom e free Parliament House e fa sa anti LGBTQ law ya o mon pass keke na Ghana for ya suminju ye ya aba beda ne menteme ho ase and the minority say Adechi a majority for so say na anu adakra Sam George na nkasa mu eje opemu ankasa onu de odina tintima se nya de obeje atum se sa law yi ebekọ in favor of one our LGBTQ day ono amusukra de nsemi beto abante so sha as a majority aspect na NPP for no kame akwa yese wo magisike bi ye de egu omu botom enu nti na wo monti ase na so wo montene wo ho ma ye mpase sa LGBTQ law. I don't know baby a wo agyenhwe bi so fa ho a obetumi e dia for comment section as wo share oslo wusu ne nsem a okeka ene sene nani asifo abere as to say law ba akopa ye passe ene menteme ho ase o china say yade chi ase no obetumi e do agyenhwe so afa honom e dia mama ene nsem a me de besom ene e wo super atije ina so no obetumi de nsem nom afa honom e de amame Kumasi online media school. Say, when it is some trade juma home, when it graphic design, TV and radio presentation, video and audio editing, camera handling, newscasting, journalism, drone shot, social media, and the Akaka na MC and DJ in Akaka. When it home quad, or maybe puma to honor for students, only a 3-month intensive practical, so bet to me a friend pin 40550. 623377 and answer 0557036109. Na only or more attrition como say be up so befa forms. Sanso and I would unim hanum say that the na location no air square. Yeni TI mass and a edition nimitino. Obetumi for soro hanum say na wankasa muno. With 100 Ghana cedis per aba. Na odi aba file forms. But say after 3 months, obenya certificates, baby abaya attachments on internship in Sudia. Omo ankasa ebepe baby ede ama saso na wo ye program bia na wo hia wo na wo camera ni efe papa no ma ba becha program no ede ama odi a na chese Kumasi online TV mo abronya ebe mo ye wedding mo ye engagement mo ye asori mo ye programs ni ade nyina no ubetumi afre wo mo na oni omo atwetwe nkomo na wo nso no ometumi aba be stream wo program na wo ye no betumi be stream in live e wo Facebook any YouTube. Ede amabesimi afa penin was 0550623377. So and I'm brother mkwana de super atija na ya sewa medebe somo no medie sukopie mu ewo MCR Abrante Pamano one faculty ene Dennis enetna honom ede maame sanso na oba obo mechidom a mebetena honom se de sansem nyina abesom hana ATP atopa atopa edie na executive producer so Mr Daniel Yeboa inchi akese pa na mede ma na mede na sepa so se oboaboa sansem nyina no ede ma me manana ya se o mbetena hanum sei ede beso me bacha me sorry akọ emesi maji ntwe bia no obetumi ede afa comment section na se ede ama me mo amudi matem ni ade nyina mo boa mi hu mo kra no kra no mekoso aka ene de kra ye de beso mudi matem kra mfa me ho nyampa ekina Mesaba betena hanum say so de no kre no aba besumo bibiara yen time political party bia na ye Ghana fo asebi yenim fra ya ye nigusu nko ade na chese niema enko ye nko ade beba betena hanum say na ye de aba besum nyame adoma ekina na ya sa menim besan so edi ehia e wati jadwumedi so makramo
Amafwe Kumasi online TV production yaba ne de na yaba ye de equipment ekukudam ana ye de aba se eye camera de enam wiem de nam fom de enam ensuom ni nyina ye wo bi e wo honom a TV production yabo ye hu ye pa se wo ye dwumadie bi etese wedding eye engagement and sorry ana schools se wo ye seminar bi na pese betwa ko all the social media networks no so e de amaw ye ni ntotonsa na fre eye Kumasi online TV production for na yamra na ye dwumadie ne Kama fe a ebo no eda from pa the production so the sound quality video quality ni nyina e wo soro wo pese wo hu ba bia wa ye wo Kumasi eyetia media opposite one ma ana se to nsa ne frɛ wa homa true for so 0550623377 Kumasi online TV production ye demufua e wo Kumasi kodua mu